live stroll. The lovely Azra leading the way. A bit chilly this morning. I didn't look at exactly the temperature. Come on, leave the cat alone. I didn't look at exactly the temperature, but I would say between 15 and 18 degrees this morning. In fact, let's get the other phone at the ready. Have a quick look. Go on, Azra. Okay, well, right now it says 14, so it felt chilly. I didn't think it felt that chilly in comparison to what we have had. Anyway. Good morning to you, how are you? Yeah, all good, thank you. A little bit later this morning, but we are up and about. Hi Julie, how you doing? So what are the plans for everybody today? Quite a busy day for us today. When I finish the stroll, I'm probably going to go straight to Tesco's just to get a few bits, and then we're going down to London later with my brother and niece who are back from abroad. Which game are we talking about? You need to elaborate. And you're probably going to say, what do you mean? There can only have been one game, but you don't need to let me know. I think it was really, really ruined at the end by obviously the behaviour of the Argentina players at the end of the game, which was a real shame for a World Cup final. As I said when I was talking about it in the week, actually, I've actually done a World Cup review vlog and also a short that was in the week. I think what these players need to remember at times is that lots of boys and girls look up to these players and watch them and think, well, if they're doing it, I should be doing it, or that's how I should be carrying on. And I think they need to remember that. And all these players say, oh, we know we're passionate about our badge and all that. I get it. We're all passionate about our cause, but you've got to conduct yourself in the right way. There's no excuse for what happened at the end of that game, whether it be against England, the game before, or indeed the far more worse scenes that were at the end of the Spain game. Have a good one and have a good sleep. But all I'll say is, yeah, it was one of those games that wasn't a great spectacle and ruined at the end as well, so shame. Anyway, we are doing a normal stroll this morning. Now guys, I'm going to say to you now, you might hear me moan or grimace every so often because I seem to have done something to my thigh, and if you remember, I had a pretty bad injury at the beginning of the year and suffered with it a lot. Now, it isn't anywhere near that level, but when you do a thigh muscle, by goodness does it affect your whole ability. to do what you want to do walking wise. Morning Florida boy, how are you? We are a bit later this morning, so I wasn't sure who would be on from the regulars. We're only a bit later, to be fair, not even half an hour later, to be fair. But I do understand there's a difference in time zones for people that are watching, so I do understand it's very late where you are. For others, either in the UK or Europe, maybe even Asia, not so bad. Now, if you were with me yesterday, I was showing you the lack of sunrise, and we've still got, it is up, but it's further around, so I'll have to show you when we get over the fields. Whether we'll see any of our regular walkers this morning, as I'm a bit later, I don't know. I seem to always pick my time that I see the same people, or they pick their time, whichever you prefer. But yeah, going back to this thigh, good grief, I tell you, I could have done without this with going down to London later as well. I put loads of heat on this morning. It eased it for a bit, but it's back now. I was hoping coming out now, sort of try and free it up a bit. Hi Julian, how are you? Yeah, do like and subscribe. My cheerleader is on it again. Thank you very much, Florida boy. Azra chasing pigeons and birds. Very excitable this morning. I don't know where she gets her energy from. Just prior to coming out, she was asleep. So if you haven't been with me before, we will be hitting the fields and more scenic bit of the Stroll very shortly. And depending on how the old thigh is in the morning will very much depend on whether we do a longer stroll or just do the normal stroll, what we're doing now. If it doesn't improve, I might have to start doing my exercises again, to be fair. Oh Lord. There's no rest for the wicked over here. Right, Azra's just going to the loo. Right, okay. Right, so we're going this way to avoid those dogs, so come on, good girl. Right. Very, very wet and damp over here this morning. Probably the grass is probably enjoying that. It's so dry at the minute here in the UK. Again, it is nowhere near as bad as it was beginning of the year, where I need to sit down halfway around. I thought like I might, but I'm just going to get on with it. Come on, Azra. Oh, you're going again? You were thinking about it. Just bear with, guys. Oh. Right, 2 bags for the price of 1 in less than probably 500 metres. Alright, onwards. Come on, Azra. This is why I always bring out a zillion bags, so I know what you like, dog. Go on, lead on. Got lots of bunnies around us this morning. We're going to get an amazing sunrise couple of shots in a bit, guys. Come. Putting her scent down. I am suffering a bit this morning, guys. I am sorry if I'm a little bit raspy and a little bit quiet, but my thigh, wow, he's absolutely killing me. Here we go with the sunrise. Try and get better. Trust me, it's there, guys. More bunnies further up. God, they're all bolting. Right, guys, I am just literally going to have a very quick sit down. Oh. Gives you a minute to look at this sun. There it is. You can see it now. You won't often see me do this, guys, because I hate stopping. Right, come on, let's go. Come on, good girl. Right, onwards. There ain't nowhere else to sit down before we get home, so we're getting on with it now. Azra, let's lead on, come on. More bunnies. I have seen some vlogs down in Orlando where they are saying it's sort of 95, 100, 105, and the humidity is pretty bad as well. So again, got all this to look forward to when we're there this time next year. Can't wait. I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity, I think, that does people in, actually. The heat you can mostly shade from in a place like that. You've got loads of air conditioning in places, that sort of thing. But the humidity, that saps the energy out of you. Right, come on, Azra, let's lead on. We'll get some more shots of it further round. For anyone that's joining up, there will be more opportunities. But yeah, it was a nice one. And we've had been a bit hit and miss this week, haven't we, really, for sunrises. We've had some cloudy mornings, which obviously clearly doesn't lend itself to sunrise shots. As I said before, I'll say that again, and I'm sorry if people sort of been on here and they've heard it before, but I never take for granted the lovely strolls we have in the area, because lots of people don't get it. There we go, another sunrise shot. There we go. Azra, I think just due to this leg, we're going to go, Azra, going to go this way today. Good girl. Going to be doing enough walking today without leaning on it too much. So some of you, even the regulars, will not have been through here before with me. This keeps us the right side of the busy road and brings us out where we normally cross over, basically. So it just cuts off that whole sort of section. And as I said, and I'm sorry to moan about it, but if this thigh is just pulling this morning. The only thing I can think of yesterday is I was listening to my earbuds at lunchtime, and one pinged off, and I lost it for ages, and I was having to really get my hands and knees and find it. And I'm just wondering whether I've somehow strained something when I was lifting stuff and moving stuff. It's the only thing I can think of. I will say, this has been twinging probably off and on for about 2 weeks. But nothing like this. And it couldn't have come at a worse time. As I've already said, we're going down to London today and lots of walking. Probably the thick end of 2-3 miles I'm going to have to walk later. It might not be my niece that needs a rest, it might be me that needs a rest. Anyway, what you do for your family, especially when they're international travellers. It's not like they're here every day, is it? %, yeah. And sorry, I see some of these comments a few moments after they come through, and I don't think that matters where you are in the world. The UK, the United States, anywhere. The humidity is one thing that will do people in more than anything else, I'm afraid to say. Obviously, if you're standing in the sun all day, you're going to run the risk of getting burnt, sunstroke, everything else. But at least you can shade from the sun in most cases. The humidity, yeah. We're quite lucky, I know I've said it before, we've got aircon in our bedroom which keeps us sane at night, but I don't know how some people sleep. It's all right at the minute, but we did have a phase where we were having tropical nights, which was +20, and that was consecutively, not just the odd night, it was every night. good maybe week, 2 weeks. God, they've let this grow, blimey. Azra over a little hurdle. So we're back to where some of you may know. And look at this, guys. I know it gets boring for some, but beautiful. So guys, just so people know, we're going to go straight to the end and make our way towards home. We're not going to do the fourth field. We're not going to do the science part this morning. And those that watch regularly will know I do it religiously, but this leg is no good. I need to get home and get rested. Azra, lead on. What are you looking at? Silly dog. You're making me turn. Right, lead on. Come on. Something has obviously bothered her back there, but there wasn't anything there. I don't know what's so interesting. So we're fast approaching Azra's horsey friends. Where are they? All over the back of the field, as you can see over there. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this one a day because I really need to have a stretch out because his leg is absolutely killing me. So have a great Saturday. I'm sorry I'm cutting it really short. We'll definitely be back tomorrow in some way or the other. And yeah, we'll reconvene. Thanks, guys.